Yeah, so last week the Barbel was still active at 5531, and today it's supposed to be running here. Barbel at Bear Lake on one of the classic spots. And there we go. The next Barbel is already coming in. That's good. Another small barbel. And alongside that, of course, we also like albino barbel. And the great thing is we're catching them just like last week at the other spot, again on green mussel. Same bait, same ground bait mix, just cast it in again. Oh, nice. Even Amur is coming in too. But here, we're mainly after the barbel, and we're testing that thoroughly. So, classic spot here, as always at 5563. There are basically only 3 spots left at Bear Lake, 55450 and 5563. And this is where we are right now, at 21 meters. And yeah, I'm hoping now, of course, that more barbels just keep coming in, and ideally even albino barbels. Why not? Now first I have to make sure I get the ground bait in, because I don't want to completely overfeed the whole spot here. You always have to be a bit careful. Around 100 to 200 grams of feed mix is still fine, I think. But then, yeah, the spot needs a little break. So yeah, 5563. Let's just open the map again real quick. Very clear. This is the area. And this whole thing here is at this spot at 21 meters. And then you just cast over this edge of reeds, over this tip. And then you land. You could also stand over here, but then you'll basically land in this zone. And that usually works pretty well. So 21 meters, why 21 meters? When you probe the ground with a marker rod, you'll find that this area lies like a banana. There's a mussel bed underneath. And that's what we're using. On these mussel beds, especially on the edges or right on top, you can always cast really well and test. And yeah, if we're now standing on a mussel bed with mussel bait, then it has to work for barbel. There's just no way around it. So yeah, that's why you simply have to test it again. And it seems to be working. By the way, I also caught my albino grass carp at this spot. That one wasn't bad either, so I'll gladly take more grass carp if one of those albinos shows up. I'm not saying no, I'd be happy to take it. So, now let's cast the whole thing again. Like I said, we saw it on the map. Let's take a look at the setup too. Straight back out, and it's still beeping. That's perfect. That's how it should be. So that's the current situation. I just got here. The first barbel came in right away, and now we've got a few Amurs for starters. But yeah, the frequency is there, so let's see. The first reports have already come in. Barbels, tench, trophy barbels, albino barbels, and Amurs. So those seem to be the main fish running here right now. And accordingly, I hope things keep going well and steady here. So the way it's going right now, I'm already pretty happy. The frequency is excellent. The fish are just how they should be. Amur, barbel, albino barbel, tench, maybe even golden tench. Not that unlikely. At the last spot, it was the same. You also had a chance for golden tench. And for one of the tasks, I actually caught my golden tench right here on crayfish. So that was something a bit rare and special, but it worked. And that's great too. You take what you can get. So casting again, here at 21 meters, and now it's just a waiting game. See what happens. Because in the end, this is exactly the same as last time. In the last barbel session, well, that one was further down at 5531. Yeah, in that area. So 5531, that was at 17 meters, and now here, like I said, 21 meters. Seems to be working. Let's take another quick look. The setup is pretty basic. Simple pop-up rig with a size 1 hook. I'm just using green mussel with mussel flavor. And for ground bait, I've got, wait, no I don't. For ground bait, I've got the Barbel mussel mix. That's the Barbel mussel ground bait. The base is sunflower seeds. That's the same component used in the original Barbel mix. And then there's maggots and clay. The clay keeps it compact and makes sure it sits well on the bottom. That's always a good effect for fish that feed off the bottom, like barbel or even sterlet, for example. With clay in the mix, that often works well. Wandering mussel is included because we're also using mussel. Just once, just mussel feed pellets, that's completely enough. If you use 3 or 4 times mussel feed pellets, you're wasting those other slots. That's just overkill. Just 1 mussel feed pellet, then add mussel sauce, and it's done. Now it's back to waiting because barbel have their special feeding times. So we make sure, ideally, to get here already during the night so we can start casting out ground bait around 3 or 4 a.m. and then between 5 and 6 a.m. That's when it slowly starts that the barb will begin biting. So early mornings and then again in the evening, which means right now at midday, I just have to wait a couple hours until the barbel action starts again. And hopefully also the albino barbel, that would be nice. Would be really great if we could land a trophy one of those. Right now, a lot of rare fish seem to be working really well. And here we go again, probably another Amur. Nope. Barbel trophy. That came fast. Not bad at all, even at midday. That's amazing, really excellent. Get it in there, and straight away, hope for the next one. Why not? We'll take everything that comes. Boom. That was nice. Wouldn't have expected that. Another beautiful barbel. Look at that. They're in the mood. 3 kilos. Not bad at all. It's working. I'm happy. That's how it's supposed to be. The next spot and the next opportunity to tick off a barbel trophy. That's real fun when it works like this. And yeah, now in just 14 minutes, already the first barbel trophy. Honestly, you'd want to just sit here the whole time, be patient, grind through the next few days, and just go for the albino barbel. Still hasn't shown up, but I'm hopeful. Get that albino barbel in at the end. Now, let's check the cafe, or rather, of course, the fish market, not the cafe. And that's already looking pretty chill. 14 minutes, nearly 370 silver, of course. A barbel trophy worth 300 silver. Much more valuable, way better than a trophy mirror carp. I definitely prefer the barbel. So yeah, the whole thing is really worth it. And if you liked it, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm loving it. And I'll see you in the next video or the live stream. Until then, tight lines.